5. Done? Then next one, question number 36. In a class of 80 students are sitting in a Vivek and Vicky is 30th from the extreme. And Vicky is 30th from the extreme right. There are some 29 students to the right hand side of Vicky. And while Shalini is 26 from the left hand side. Now there are 25 persons. Then total number of persons were given, that is 80. And out of is 25, 26, 27. And 27 plus 29. How much is that one? And 56 plus 24 in between these two. How many students are in between Vicky and Shalini? 24, choice 3, question number 36. Then next one, 37th one. Then we need to find out the figure that is embedded into this. Now in this one, tell me which figure is embedded into this one here. My choice 1. Now where can we find this embedded figure here? Then this is a block we are having here, that is choice 1, question number 37. Then next one, 38. ISA is now it is formed in Pakistan and Mossad. Now Mossad and ISA is intelligence group of Pakistan. Mossad is the the group of Israel, intelligence group of this Israel. As our Ra is there, now this ISA is for Pakistan and Mossad is for Israel. That is 38, choice 2. Then next one, 39th one. Now in this question number 39, then in the following numbers, and let us keep it in between. In between we need to have an increases by 1. Increases by 1 means in between 1, next one 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now here K and O. K and O, the difference is how much? The difference is 4. And O and R difference is 3. Isn't it? They are not in an increasing order. L and M, the difference is how much? 1. M and E, it is not following that pattern. K and M, the difference is 2. M and 3, next one is 4, 5, 6 and so on. Hence in choice 3, all these that in between the letters are in an increasing order. Then coming to question number 40 here. Yes, 40, any answer to this one? No. The words are given in a jumbled form. Now this is H-A-W-K, hawk. And here this is a penguin. P-E-N-G-U-I-N, penguin. Now this is crow, C-R-O-W, crow. And this is sparrow. S-P-A-R-R-O-W, sparrow. Hence except choice 4. All the remaining are what? The remaining are, except choice 2. Except choice 2, the remaining 3 are flying birds. Isn't it? Birds that are flying. Then next one. Now here in this question number 41. Then 72. And K stands for how much? And K stands for into. As K stands for into 72, then next one 72 into 16. And next one H stands for what? H stands for 168 divided by 24. And next one M stands for plus 168 again. And A stands for minus 198. And divided by how much? And divided by 12 and K. And K stands for 12 into 28. And H stands for what? And H is division. And 28 divided by 4. And M stands for plus 28. And A stands for minus. And minus 33. Now in this one, 28 divided by 4, how much is this one? 7. Now 12 into 7 is how much? 84. And 12 into 7 is 84. And 84 plus minus 5. 84 minus 5 is how much? 79. And see here the value is how much? 79. And similarly in the above, now in the above if you have 72 into 168 divided by 24. And 168, 24, how many times it goes? More 24, 7 times, right? 20 into 7 and 4 into 7. And 7 times. Now this 72 into 7. And 72 into 7 is how much? 72 into 7. That is 70 into 7, 490. Plus 14. That is, and 504. And 504, here minus how much? Minus 30. 504 minus 30 is how much? 474. Isn't it? Now 474, this is the value we have. And 474 and 79, how many times? Now here, 79, 5 times? or 3 times. Now 79, 80. Now 80 into 5, 80 into 6. Into 6 times, isn't it? Now into 6 times. Now total value is how much? 6. Now this 6. And how can you express this 6 here? And k stands for what? And k is multiplication. And 2 into 3 is how much? 6. Saripin the choice 2. The next one 42. Now in this question number 42, now identify the correct one according to the symbols given in the directions. Now according to the given, different letters stands for various symbols indicated below. That means now 612, then 612. Now E, where is E? E is here 268. Now 612, B stands for how much? Division, and D stands for subtraction, and A is for multiplication, and A is for multiplication, isn't it? Now 18 into 23, 23 into 8, it is a huge number. Hence choice 1 cannot be your answer. Then choice 2, and where is this E here? E is not there, equal to F is greater than. Now here 612, now this is division, and C stands for addition, and C stands for addition, and A stands for multiplication, and G is for lesser than. Now sir, now the value, now 23 into 8. 23 into 8 is how much? 20 into 8 and 3 into 8, isn't it? That is 184. And 184 plus 18. 184 plus 18, how much is that one? Now 202. Now 6 and this is how much? How many times it goes? 102. And 102 plus, is it equals to 3? 268? But 268 ki equal out 23 into 8, 202. Now here, and this is how much? 204. And next one, now 18. Now this is not, is it lesser than 28 or not? Now, is it lesser than? Now 300. Now this 300 cannot be lesser than, it must be greater than. Hence choice 2 is ruled out. Then coming to choice 3 here, 612 divided by B, 6. And what is the value here? 102. And next one, and 6. And D stands for what? D stands for subtraction. And minus 18. And C stands for addition. And plus 23. And A stands for what? Multiplication. 23 into 8. And E stands for equals to. Then here 23 into 8. Saripin the 23 into 8. And how much is that one? 23 into 8. 20 into 8 is, and 160 and 184. 184 and plus 102. And 184 plus 102, how much is it one? 286. Now 286 minus 18, that is 268, choice 3, question number 42. Then in this one 43, now 43 Japan. Now we need to complete the given figure here. Not to complete the given figure, this is a circle, this is another circle, and this is another circle. Now meanwhile, how many squares should be there? 2 squares must be present here, isn't it? And so 2 squares must be present, choice 3, question number 43. Then next one 44. Now in this question number 44, how many persons are there? There are some 8 lawyers. Now these 8 lawyers were seated around a square table. 8 lawyers were seated around a square table, and 4 at the centers and 4 at the corners. And the persons who are at the corners are away from the center, isn't it? Persons who are at the corners are away from the center, and the centers are facing towards the center. Corners are away from the center, centers are towards the center. Then A and B sit opposite to each other. Opposite to each other, but where they are not facing towards each other, right? That means the only possibility is A and B must be at the corners. Then only they are opposite but not facing. And next one, A and B are sitting opposite. A does not sit adjacent to E. Hence E cannot be here, E cannot be here, E cannot be in these 2 places. And the same number of people in between G and H as that of E and H. G and H as that of E and H must be exactly in between G and E. H is in between G and E. C is facing towards the center. As C faces the center. And finally we are getting that C is facing towards the center. And 2 lawyers are in between F and D. D sits out to the right of E. Now D sits out to the right of E if E is at this place. Let us check out the possibilities. Now if E is here and D sits out to the right of E, D is here. And D sits out to the right of E, and two layers between D and F. Now in between two layers, F must be here or here, which is not possible, isn't it? Hence, E cannot be here as well. Am I follow here? And E cannot be here. Then, can you take E here? If you take E is here, then D sits out to the right of E, E is here. And there are two layers between D and F. D and F, there are two layers, and F must be here. And C is facing towards the center. There are two different possibilities. Then next one, G and H, E and H. E and H, G and H, and H must be exact between H is here, isn't it? And E and H. Now E and H there is exactly one person, H and E there is exactly one person. Then E and H, then G and H. One person, C must be here. But whereas what happened to C? C must be facing towards the center. Is it possible? No. And this case is ruled out. Then E and H and E and H. Now if you take E and H at this place, E and H and G and H. Then the question is about, and the same number of students are in between A and C. Finally C must be at this place, isn't it? And C faces the center, this is invalid. Then if C is here, number of students in between A and C. How many are there? 1. And same as E and F and H, out of which H is given choice for. Done. The next one, 45. Now in this 45, L, G and B. L and G difference is how much? 12 and 7 minus 5. Here minus 5 and here minus 5. And 23 minus 5 is 18. 18th letter R is the first letter. Then second, Z and U. 26 minus 5, minus 5, minus 5, 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5 is 6, that is F. And R and F. Third one, C and F. Plus 3, L plus 3 is O. R, F, O, that is given in choice for question number 45. Then 46th one, a family consists of 7 members and participated in a musical event. Now P is the daughter-in-law of S. Now P is the daughter-in-law of S. S is here. P is the daughter-in-law means son's wife is P. Now P is the daughter-in-law of S. U is the grandchild of Q. V is the sister of P. Now this V is the sister of P. T is the only child of Q and S. Now T is the only child of whom? Q as well as S. And R is the only son of T. R is here. Then who is T in the given event? Now who is this T? U's brother, that is false. R's father, that is definitely true. Choice to question number 46. The next one, 47. Now there are some 7 medicos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now these 7 medicos, PQRST, UV, and have their interview scheduled after completing their MBBS. Only S has an interview scheduled before you. Only S is scheduled before you. All the remaining persons are after this U only. And there are 3 interviews scheduled after R. After R, there must be exactly 3. Hence R must be at the 4th place. And 2 in between P and Q. PRQ, 1, 2, PRQ, this is the order. And next one, T is not scheduled after V. And T is not scheduled after V means T must be before this V. And V who is an interview immediately after Q. V is immediately after Q. And so Q is here. And if Q is here, then P is here. Then the number of interviews scheduled between U and Q. U and Q, how many? There are 3. Choice 1, question number 47. Then 48. Now 8 churches were there. D is 10 meters to the north of A. A is here. And D is 10 meters to the north. D is 10 meters to the north of A. D is 10 meters to the north of A, isn't it? As D is 10 meters to the north of A, and A is to the south of D. And A is to the south of D, D is 10 meters to the north of A. Then, and G is 5 meters to the west of D. Now G, which is 5 meters to the west of D, and C is 8 meters to the east of A. Now this is C, which is 8 meters to the east of A, and E is 6 meters to the north of B. Now this E is 6 meters to the north of B. E is 6 meters to the north of B. B is 12 meters to the west of F. Now this B, which is 12 meters to the west of F. E is exactly in between A and C. Now where is this E? E is exactly in between A and C. The distance is how much? 8 meters, 4 and 4. As E is here, then B must be to the south of this one 6 meters and F is 12 meters. Now from here to here this is 4 and this is 8, this is F. Then the question is about, and H is 10 meters to the south of G. And H is 10 meters to the south of G, H must be here, the distance is 10. And what is the shortest distance between A and B? Now this distance 4 and 6, isn't it? Now 4 square plus 6 square, how much is that one? And 36 plus 16, 52, root over 52, choice 3, question number 48. Then the next one, 49th one. Now in this question number 49, then we need to find out, and in this question number and 49 and 5, 78 and so on. Then 5, what is 5 cube here? Now 5 cube enta cheppandi? 125. And what is 11 cube? 1331. Now sum of these two is how much? And 6, 5, 4, 1. 1456. Divided by 2 is how much? 728. That means, and average of the sum of the cubes of these two. Then all are following except one antunaru. Now 7 cube is how much? 343 and 125. And this is how much? 8, 6 and 4. 468 divided by 2, 234. And similarly 8 cube is how much? 512 plus how much? Plus 27. And 12 plus 27. How much is that one? And choice 2 cannot be your answer. Why? Because because the sum of these two is an odd number, isn't it? And divided by 2 cannot be 269. Make it zone 6 cube is how much? 216. And 216 plus 8, 24. 224 divided by 2, 12. Then hence choice 2 is the odd one, question number 49. Then coming to this question number 50. Now in this question number 50, now A. Now A, from the first figure to the second figure, this element is going to this place. The first element is going to the second place. First element is going to the second place. That means, and here F must be at this place. Follow here, whatever may be at the top left corner, that is going to the top right corner. Hence F must be towards right hand side. Among the given choices, F at the right hand side given in choice 3 and 4. Then coming to the next one, R. Same is the case with R. And R is from here to here shifting. And again, R again shifted to the left hand side, right hand side, again left hand side. R must be left hand side, choice 3, question number 50. Then the next one, 51. Now in this question number 51, at a party, number of girls is, how many are girls were there? Number of girls is half that of the number of boys. And if girls is half that of boys, if boys is 2x and girls will be x. And then 5 boys leave the party. Now 5 boys left the party and 3 girls joined the party. Then they were same, isn't it? As they were same, 2x minus 5 equals to x plus 3. Then what is the value we have? And that is, and 2x equals to 8, x equals to how much? 4. Isn't it? Now 2x minus x equals to how much? X equals to 8. As x equals to 8 here, 16 and 8 are the numbers at the beginning. Now find out how many people attended for the party of before. That means at the beginning of the party, how many people are there? 16 plus 8, 24 choice. Saripenda? Then next one, 52. Now in this question number 52, Majeshara 52, board. The code given to the word board is VOARD board and its code is VSELX. Now VSELX, VSELX. Now in this VSELX, B and V. Now this B is what? And B is a consonant. Consonant, the difference between these two is so much? Minus 6. And then here O plus 4, it is a vowel. And this is plus 4. Here it is 18 minus 6 and this is a minus 6. That means for consonants minus 6 and a vowel plus 4. And similarly we need to find out the code to the word enjoy. Now in this enjoy, E. E plus 4 is how much? E plus 4 is I. And IO plus 4 is S. And the remaining minus 6, minus 6, minus 6. Now n minus 6. 14 minus 6 is 8. And 10 minus 6 is 4. 25 minus 6 is 19. IHDSS. And IHDSS choice 1, question number 52. Then next coming to question number 53. Now in this one, in a certain code language dealt, the value D into 3, 12, E into 3, 15, A into 3, 3, L into 3, T into 3. And the value of each of these one is multiplied with 3. 19 into 3, how much is that one? 57. And T into 3 is 60. And next one, and 18 into 3, 54. 9 into 3, 27. And 16 into 3, that is 48. 57, 60, 54. And 57, 60, 54, that is choice for question number 53. Then 54, a clock shows the time as 3:30 p.m. Now tell me what are the positions of these two hands at 3:30? Ma 3:30 ki rendu hands ekkada undayo cheppandi. Now this is 3 and 4. 3:30 means the minute hand is exactly at 6. Our hand is in between 3 and 4. Then the minute hand gains 2 minutes every hour. Every hour it is gaining how much? 2 minutes. How many minutes will the clock gain by 4 a.m.? Man దీనికి diagram అవసరం. Now 3:30 p.m. to and gains 2 minutes every day. To 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. అంతే కదా? 4 a.m. Now 3:30 to 4 a.m. Now if you take this is 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. 12 hours. And 12 and a half hours. And total number of hours were 12 and a half. 1 hour, how much it is gaining? 2 minutes. And 12 hours, 12 into 2 plus 125 minutes. So choice 3, question number 54. Total number of hours were 12 and a half hours. 1 hour it gains, so how many minutes? 1 hour it gains 2 minutes. Hence 12 and a half into 2, 25. Then question number 55. Now in this 55, now there are some 6 persons seated in a row facing towards north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then who sits at the ends of the row? Now in order to identify this one, tell me which statement is sufficient. And Q sits between P and R. And T sits before U, but after S, R and S next to each other. Now with the help of this one, there is no definite information we have. Then second, U sits second to the right of S. Here we have got, and U sits second to the right of S. S who sits second to the right of Q. S is seated second to the right of Q. Then that means these 3 persons in the alternate places. S is in between R and T. S is in between R and T, R and T. Isn't it? Then Q and P sit next to each other. Now P is here. Then which 2 persons are at the corners? P and U. Are you getting the answer or not? Then only with the help of 2 alone we are getting the answer. Only 2 is sufficient. Choice to 55. Then next one, 56. Now in a bakery, 7 boxes are kept one above the other to make a stack. Now 7 boxes are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 boxes are stacked one above the other. Each box is filled with different cakes, and biscuit cake is kept in box number 4. Now in box number 4, what is that one? Biscuit cake. And box number 4, then angel cake is kept immediately above chiffon. Now angel is immediately above what? Immediately above chiffon. And next one, and angel cake is not kept in the topmost, and chiffon is not kept at the lowermost. Hence angel and chiffon can be here, can be here. 2, 3 or 5, 6, these are the 2 possibilities we have. And neither red velvet nor Genoise cake is kept at the 7th. 7th place cannot be red velvet and Genoise. And sponge cake is kept at an even numbered box. And sponge is at an even numbered box, maybe at the 2nd, maybe at the 6th. And red velvet is kept immediately above or immediately below sponge. And red immediately above or immediately below the sponge. Then which cake is kept immediately above the sponge cake? Now we need to find out and which is immediately above sponge is kept at an even number. Now as sponge is kept at an even number, there are 2 different possibilities. Sponge can be at the 2nd or 6th. Now if sponge is here, then even number red velvet is not immediately above or immediately below the sponge cake. Then here in this one, angel and chef must be like this. Angel and chef is here. Ante kada? Then in this case, this red velvet must be at the top. And but we see here, red velvet can be, Genesis is kept in box, neither red velvet nor and Genoese cake is kept in box 7. Hence, this must be red velvet. And if it is red velvet, angel cake is not kept at the top and chiffon is not at the bottom. Neither red velvet nor Genoese is kept in box number 7 and sponge cake is kept in an even numbered box. Sponge even. And red velvet is not kept immediately above or immediately below sponge. Then which is kept immediately above this sponge? Immediately above this sponge. And what is the other thing left over here? Genoese. Genoese cannot be in 7. And this must be Genoese. Saripenda? Then only one thing is left over, which is kept immediately above this one sponge. Immediately above this sponge, that is choice 456. Done? And what else is left over here? Pound is left over. Then, now is the order is given anywhere? Topmost box is number 7 under, isn't it? As topmost box is number 7, hence we cannot take this order like this. Topmost is 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now this is the order we have, isn't it? Now in this order, then whatever this one, 4th box, biscuit is at 4th box. Now biscuit cake is at the 4th box and angel is kept immediately above chiffon. Now angel is immediately above this chiffon, isn't it? And angel is not kept in the top and chiffon is not at the bottom. Neither red velvet nor Genesis is kept in 7. And sponge is kept at an even number box. Now if you take sponge at this place, this is one such possibility we are talking about. Now if sponge is at this place, then now angel and chiffon must be like this. Angel and chiffon. Then in this case, sponge, red velvet is not kept immediately or immediately below sponge. And this must be red velvet. Is it possible to have red velvet here? No, it cannot be on the 7th box. Hence which implies that this angel cannot be at this place. And sponge cannot be here. If sponge cannot be here, where should the sponge be? Sponge must be on the 6th. Now if sponge is here, then angel and chiffon must be here. And red velvet must be at this place. And which is immediately above this one? And Genesis is not kept at the top, Genesis is here. Then what is the thing left over here? And finally we have left with only one more. And what is that one? Pound. And which is immediately above this one? Pound. Pound, that is choice 3, question number 56. Done? Then 57. Now in this question number 57, now we need to find out the number of squares. These are 4 and here 6 and here there are 8. 4, 6, 8. Then here there are 10. Next one must be 12. Now we need to have 12 here. Now 12 among the given choices. 12. And here there are 10. And now 4 plus 4 plus, this is choice to 57. The next one 58. Now in this 58 we need to find out the code to the word ask and there. Ask and there. Now these are the two words that are left over, ask and there. Then ask and there, step and things. Now step is common between these two, things is common between these two. As things is common here, then tell me what is the code? HB is code. And step is common between these two. Now between 2nd and 4, what is common? IO. And the code for ask and there is JR, PT in any order, choice 458. Then 59th one. Now 4. Now 2 square, 5 square, and 11 square. 2, 5, 11, blank, 23, and 31. Then what are these numbers? Now alternate. What is missed out here? 3, 7, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31. Alternate squares of alternate prime numbers. Done? Then what is missed out here? 17 square, 289, choice 4. Then coming to 16 and 30th July. Now 30th July 2015 Thursday. 30th July, not 2015, and it is Thursday. 30th July 2015 is Thursday. Then what was the day of the week on 3rd September 2006? Now we need to find out 3rd September 2016. Isn't it? Now 3rd September. Now first angel Japan 30th July in the same year 2015 is given. 3rd September will be. My 2015 3rd September ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి. And July, one more day in July. And next one 3rd means plus 3. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. And 4 days to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And 3rd September 2015 is Monday. అంతే కదా, మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? 3rd September 2015 is Monday. Then we need to find out 3rd September 2016. From 3rd September to this one, how many days are there? Now 2016 is a leap year. And 29th February we are considering that one. And so how many odd days? 2 odd days. And 2 days to this one will be Wednesday is the answer. Isn't it? Hence, and what was the day? So there are only 2 odd days here, 15 to 16. And finally the answer must be Wednesday, Raval. Okay? Clear now?